Hi again! In this lesson, we will style and set up the scene. Food styling is simply the process of making food look attractive on camera. You don't just photograph the food as it is. You carefully and artfully arrange the food and the props to make it appealing and inviting. Using these two burgers as an example, the one on the right is definitely a styled burger. There could be toothpicks inside it, a heat gun may be used to make the cheese look like that, and the one on the left looks like a burger that we get when we order online. The bread looks uneven as well as the toppings. The thing is, if they advertised this burger this way, I don't think people would buy it. And that is why food styling is very important in commercial food photography. This is our way of telling our audience and viewers that the food is yummy, even if they haven't tasted it yet. We need to translate the perception of taste, aroma, and appeal that one gets from an actual dish to a two-dimensional photograph. Okay, going back to our photo shoot. This is how the food looked like before I styled it. Then this is how it looked like in the final photo after styling. In commercial photo shoots, most of the food may not be safe for consumption because of how it was handled during styling and photo shoot. For example, for this Taiwanese sausage, I had to use this tissue paper to elevate it and to give it this final look. Although I am using gloves, I would not be comfortable eating this after everything I did to it. Styling can be as grand as setting up a whole buffet table, or it can be as simple as wiping smudges from the drinks or glass, or adding garnishes such as parsley and basil for that fabulous final look. Basically, you think of creative ways to make the products or the food look attractive and inviting. If you want a more in-depth class on food styling, you may check my other class about food styling techniques. But to quickly show you and explain the story behind these images, let me share a couple of styling techniques. For the dumpling, since it looks pale and a bit boring, I created this setup to help make the final photo look exciting and inviting. I used two techniques to style this scene. First is layering. Layering means using props to add different layers apart from the food to add interest. For this setup, my first layer is the red background. Second layer is the yellow placemat. Then the third layer is the bamboo steamer. Then, of course, the food. Another styling technique is using contrast. In this case, I use contrast in texture and colors. If you will notice, the background is matte. The placemat has a different texture as well as the bamboo steamer. These contrasts and colors and texture add drama and interest to the final photo, so you can do the same thing when you are styling for your food photography shoots. Take advantage of different colors and texture when selecting props and backgrounds. Just a tip, it is recommended to style your scene first before bringing in the food. Food can change its appearance over time, so what I do is make sure everything is set up and ready before bringing out or cooking the food. Another styling tip is using the ingredients as props. If you will notice here, I placed the two main ingredients of this drink in this neutral colored saucer and positioned it this way so it will look balanced and won't distract from the subject or our hero. Instead, it will support and help tell the story that this drink is made from these two ingredients. I also included fresh tea leaves in most of the shots because we are photographing bubble tea and milk tea. I actually brought the whole plant, so every time the leaves will look sad and wilted, I can just cut another branch and use it to style my scene. A common technique to place the props to effectively style your scene is using leading lines, meaning you use the props to form lines and draw or lead your viewer's eyes to the main subject. So, just a recap, Food styling is the process of making the food look attractive in the finished photograph. This can include arranging the positioning of food and props, brushing oil to make food look fresh, adding garnishes for that fabulous final look, shopping for fresh-looking ingredients, using layering and contrast, all to make your final image irresistible. In the next lesson, I will share with you more composition techniques to help you in styling your scene, in positioning your props, and composing your shots. See you there!